Hey guys and girls, how you all doing today? Your boy Too Lazy for Life is back with the final episode of Fate Apocrypha. Man, what a ride it's been. Oh my god, it feels like just yesterday. I know I say this a million times for every single show that we've watched so far. It's been like 2 weeks, I think, of me watching Fate Apocrypha. I mean, for me, in real life, it's taken me 2 weeks to get through all of the 24 episodes that I've watched so far, and then we're gonna go on to this last one. For you guys, it's been like what, 8-9 weeks, so it's been 2 months, man. Oh my god, it's been 2 months. It feels like just yesterday that I started this show, man. Like, holy crap, time flies by so fast. 25 episodes actually isn't a whole lot nowadays. Okay, when I first started my YouTube channel and I said that, you know, a 25 episode series, it takes, you know, 2 seasons or 2 curs or whatever seasons of anime, if we're talking about, you know, the currently airing stuff, then yeah, 25 episodes would seem like a long time. But if you can just binge it all in your free time whenever you feel like it, 25 episodes ain't actually a whole lot. You can actually get through that pretty damn fast. Okay, so yeah, I don't know whether maybe in the future I might try to commit to more longer series that are like 50 to 100 or even more than 100 plus episodes long, because lately I've been able to just pump through, I've been able to just bash through so many shows that are just 25 episodes long. And don't even get me started on 12 episode series, man. 12 episode series, I can knock that out in a day if I really wanted to, and then oh look, that's it, that's the whole project done for like a month or 2 months time. Just a day, just sit there and just watch them all, record all 12 episodes in a day, and boom, done. I got nothing else to do for the rest of the 8 weeks of the cycle. So yeah, we'll see, okay, whether we might try for some more 100, 200 plus episode series in the future. Depends if it's actually popular or not, because I'm not going to sit through 200 episodes of garbage and waste not only my time but everyone else's time, because no one turns up to watch them. But yeah, these 25 episode series, man, I got them on the lockdown now. 1 year later. It used to take me ages to get through 25 episodes when I first started my YouTube channel. Now, just look how far we've gotten. Look where I am now. Oh my god. So the final episode of Fate Apocrypha. Last episode, Sig and Amaskara Tosaka Renshiro Kotomine were squaring off, having their final duel after Jan suicided herself with the La Pussy. And in the end, Sig pulled out one hell of an ass pull, that he had Frankenstein in him this entire time, giving him this insane augmented strength, mad enhancement. And he blasted treed Amaskara Tosaka Renshiro Kotomine, and then it cut to the end credits. Like, bro, this series, man, I'll let you guys know all of my final thoughts at the end of this video, but for now, I'm gonna just put a quick word in for my opinions on this show. It has been an absolute train wreck. All right, that's the best way I can put it. It's a train wreck. The best thing to have come out of this show, for me anyways, was the Astolfo memes. All right, Astolfo's betrayal was just so catastrophic that it gave birth to a new mini series of mine, a new shitpost meme series of mine on YouTube. That was probably the only thing I could be thankful for having started and experienced Fate Apocrypha. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, sure, you had the Kana and Siegfried episode. That fight was probably one of the best I've ever seen in anime. It was just, from an animation standpoint, it was absolutely glorious. The visuals were absolute dog shit though. But other than that, Astolfo was the only thing to have come out of this show that I both regret severely and don't regret. I'll be thankful for Astolfo's betrayal, having given me pure content gold as a result of my bitterness and salt. Oh man. But yeah, okay, I think we'll just get on with this episode now. Okay, there wasn't really anything else, I think, from the last episode. Alright guys, so in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, right, that happened, didn't it? Oh, who did that again? Well, at least you two can just sit there and watch the sunrise. Before you both dust away. Gotta probably go get that checked out, huh? That massive, like, 15-inch gash on your left shoulder. Holy shit, that looks... Oh, it's even cutting into her left boob, man. Too tired of being angry. Yeah, you were nothing but angry in this show, man. You were too sun and not enough dere. So much sudden character development. Huh? Oh! Oh my god! Oh, yes! Marek is the true winner of this show, man. You were the only one who treated me like a human being and like a companion and like a friend, not as some worshipped object because I was a queen. It's that same old generic trope story that I've heard a billion times before of some famous pop idol figure that just gets idolized by society and can't live a normal life, and they just wished for normality from some other human being that just wasn't so simp as the rest of communities. Oh my god, so Sig's blasted tree at the end of last episode with a sudden cut to a cliffhang was the end of their duel. Oh, fuck's sake, there was like no wrap up. Boys. Yeah, keep sucking on that copium. Oh, that's a... Oh, no, don't head pat that. Wait. I can't support this. Draw a fucking anime girl and call her the guy. Japan! Oh, what the fuck? Astolfo's gonna get incarnated. Like every servant that wins in the Holy Grail War gets incarnated. They don't just disappear in the end, do they? I'm surprised that she's able to grant 2 wishes. Right, how much mana's in that fucking Greater Grail to give 2 wishes, man? Or is the scale of the wish, you know, scaling with the amount of mana that it requires? And that Greater Grail has enough now, because it's like, oh, you know, 14 servants worth of mana. Holy shit, the amount of wishes you can grant with that. Oh, what the fuck? Astolfo is the final servant standing. And just as I said that, he fucking took a massive boulder to the forehead. Wait, so what? His wish was to transform into a dragon? Is that even allowed? What the fuck? So that wish... Can you die, please? Yes, die. Get out of here, absolute clown. Yeah, good luck with that. Bye. Oh, the end! Oh, the last page of piece of paper just flew off the screen saying the end. At least you did something useful, you fucking clown. Oh my god, Shakespeare, man. How did that happen? Huh? I thought the Greater Grail, I thought the Holy Grail could only grant wishes in a logical standpoint. He's just gonna fly off with the fucking massive cocoon. The egg. Oh, back in London. Just because you're a dying breed of family, we will give you asylum seekage and oh hey, Kirito's back. That's the box with fucking Iskandar's piece of toilet paper. Oh shit! Oh my god, the Lord Elo Mellow Yellow Led Zeppelin Grace Note references. But the show came first. It's a fucking joke, man. I have a request from Master to do. I must become involved. I'm gonna go to Japan and I'm gonna go and trick everyone into thinking I'm a girl, troll people because I'm just a grade A trap, and make some proper quality meme content online. I'm surprised you still have 747s left after episode, what, 20? 21? The last one standing all by himself. And his trusty companion. What the fuck is this joke, man? It wasn't the tale of servants, it wasn't the tale of masters and mages. Oh shit, was that? Wait, was that? What's her name? This was the story of a trap. A trap with a wish. And in the end, he was the final victor. Amongst so many other hardcore servants and masters. Oh, with the Sword Art Online swords crossing in the end. Oh, shit. Oh, right, it's made by A1 Pictures, right? Yeah, look, that's Sword Art Online Season 1 opening right there. A1 Pictures at it again. Oh, hey, it's this bit again from the beginning. Where the heck did he go anyway? I guess you enjoy the taste of cardboard in the morning. Okay, can you two fuck now? Oh, they ended it off with the fin! Oh, they just ended it off with that. I love that. I love that when a show just ends off with that tasteful 3-letter word. Fin! End! Oh my god, the feels, man. Oh my god, the feeling overload right now. I'm getting all sad and emotional inside at the end there. John's like, I love you. What is this? This is fucking fate, man. Why you suddenly just turn it into some romance anime at the end there? After 1,000 episodes of blue balling and cock teasing and the relationship getting absolutely nowhere with filler episodes. And then on the finale episode of season 10 or whatever, 20 years down the line, the girl's like, I love choking on my own spit, man, from such enthusiasm. The girl's like, I love you. Cut to the black screen. That's it. Roll credits. The end. I fucking hate that, man. It's just like Kimi no Nawa again. Like, I love you. The end. There's no epilogue, no aftermath to help just saturate and just nourish, okay, and intensify that flavor. Oh, you just cut me off at I love you, the end. That's not satisfying, bro. Where is the aftermath for you to help mature and help intensify and just help develop that flavor of that relationship so I can actually feel more content and satisfied? You guys just said the end and then that's it. That's the end of the show. Like, bro, John needs to go and find herself a better man, man. Sig has been like the most boring, cardboard, cookie cutter, bland main male MC I've seen in a long time. I think he's probably the blandest one I've seen in all of the animes that I've seen on my YouTube channel. Alright? I can't, from the top of my head, think of another main male MC Kung. I mean, Kirito is even more fucking interesting than Sig. Like, Sig, this whole show has, like, almost nothing memorable about him. Alright, he's just so monotoned. I get he's a homunculus that, you know, was basically gonna get thrown away at the start of the series, and therefore, you know, he completely is dead inside, got no meaning to life, just got no emotions, just doesn't know his purpose in the grand scheme of things and what he wants to do. Yeah, sure, I get that, but still, you could have shown a little bit more emotion, man. He's just so fucking monotone and depressed. It's uninteresting, this entire show. And John, the fucking babe, like glamour model, sex appeal over 9,000 version of Saber, the OG Saber, that's what I meant, with the massive fucking G-cup titties, and then fucking just bare feet and toes and legs, wants to fucking eat that. eat fucking cereal, eat fucking unflavored bran flakes and water. Like, oh, just, oh my god. Just only in anime can a girl like that S tier level of just babe would go for someone that's just so shit. Alright, only in anime. In real life, you ain't gonna find a girl with such low standards, man, that look that fucking good. She'll be off digging for gold, okay, if she knows that she's that freaking attractive and can get anyone that she wants. And instead, he went for Sig. Oh, fuck's sake, man. And then a Stolfo. Yeah, this whole show was basically a Stolfo. This whole show, man. The entire show was a trap. Not just Astolfo was a trap. The whole show was just Astolfo, the anime. Alright, first we got summoned Astolfo, and then you think, oh, cute anime pop idol girl. And then Astolfo just does her own thing every now and again. She took up like 30% of the screen time. I mean, there's 14 servants and 14... Well, actually, there's 15 servants if you include John. And then 14 masters, and Astolfo could take up like a third of the cake. You're sharing like 28 slices worth of screen time across 25 episodes, and Astolfo took like 8 episodes of those 25 episodes all to himself. What a greedy boy, man. He took up so much screen time, and then he revealed to everyone, to my devastation on episode 19, that he was a boy this entire time. He was a fucking trap. And then he goes on to winning the Holy Grail War, and now he's incarnated, and he's just gonna go off and do his own thing in real life, flying off into the sunset right there on his hippogriff. This whole show is an absolute fucking joke, man. Oh my god, Astolfo won. I never would have guessed that in my wildest fucking dreams, okay? Astolfo, out of all them servants, was the one that won this joke of a Holy Grail War. Where did Sig even take that fucking massive sphere? Like, where did he go? Huh? Like, he flew off. Yeah, sure, he flew off, but where did he fly off to? Outer space? Like, he has to have gone somewhere, so somehow he just ended up in a different dimension at the end there. That wasn't explained. And also, by the way, how did he transform into a dragon? All right, I thought from Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night, they said that the Holy Grail was summoning mechanics, wish granting mechanics was they could only do something that's tangible in the real world that a human could do, but they just do it on a larger scale. Right, you can't just tell the Holy Grail to grant you some kind of impractical wish that was just unable to do it. Like, you know, save everyone, world peace, right? So, how did Sig turn into a dragon? I know that he had the heart of Siegfried in him, all right, but I don't get how that would logically transform him into a dragon. I mean, the funny thing was, I don't know if I got cut off from mentioning it towards the end there of the episode, was every time Sig transformed into Siegfried, his body slowly gets more and more corrupted. It's kind of like Shiro. The more times he uses Archer's arm, the more, well, actually, even in Unlimited Blade Works, right? The more times he just keeps on projecting. But then again, in Unlimited Blade Works, I mean, he could eventually master his powers, but in Heaven's Sphere, when he got gifted or cursed with Archer's arm, every time he used Archer's arm and just the acceleration of millions of years worth of knowledge and craftsmanship just shot up Shiro's ass every time he used that arm, and basically Archer was just way too far ahead of Shiro, and Shiro couldn't catch up to that surge of power. He starts growing blades out of his body. That's kind of like what Sig was doing there, right? Trying to embody Siegfried that was clearly just far too Chad for Sig's body to take. And then he starts growing dragon scales out of his body. Like, bro, Fate Apocrypha, man. Like, I could pick out so many bargain bin Walmart version copycat tropes of Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero. This show is literally just like a bargain bin version of Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero mashed together. Like, in the end, like, what was the whole point of this Holy Grail War? Like, it was just a massive clusterfuck, man. especially the end duel between Amaskara Tosaka Shiro Koto Mine and Siegfried. So they had the little fight, all right, and then in the end, Sig just blew him up with the blasted tree, and we didn't even get to see the aftermath of that. They just cut to the end credits, and then the next episode, we just cut straight to Marek lying on Ceramis's lap. Which, by the way, that was one of the highlights of this episode and of this series in general. Ceramis being the angry, overly sun and not enough dere tsundere, just oh, bitch, man. She just screamed bitch personality. But in the end, at least she still plucked up the balls to kiss Marek as they were about to fade away. Hats off to you, Ceramis, okay, for doing something good with your screen time. Kissing Marek. If only you had some fucking sexy time, okay, in that back house, in that back room where you kept all of them sleeping masters. You should have used that room, man, to go do some mana transfer. But I guess that episode wasn't allowed for TV broadcasting. You have to find that special OVA on Hentai Haven. Oh, and then you also had John and Sig, man. They didn't do it either. I can't believe John is still in love with Sig, man. John, the virgin saint, never actually had any to save her life. Alright, she's just as much of a loser as I am. Couldn't get any to save her life. Although, she could probably get some whenever she wants. Unlike me, who still can't get any to save my life. But then, John goes off with Sig. I guess she craves that 90-inch long, 48-inch wide girth dragon cock, man. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Alright, guys, I'm gonna give you guys my final thoughts, the final rundown, okay, of what I thought about my experience with Fate Apocrypha. Alright, so, Fate Apocrypha, okay, is about a show of an alternate take on the Holy Grail War after the Third Holy Grail War, which ended differently from the one that in Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero. It got stolen by the Nazis. Therefore, Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night never happened, and then we just get this alternate reality now. Instead of Fate Zero, we get this massive Holy Grail War with 14 servants and masters. And, well, now that the Greater Grail has been taken and just put off in some distant alternate dimension, that's it. That's the end of the Holy Grail War, alright? Unlike the shit show that was Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night that just spanned so many extra episodes of movies of just disaster and torture. And then they finally got rid of it at the end there. Sig did everyone a favor now, like 100 years in the past. They just took the Holy Grail and then just dumpstered it in an alternate reality, alright? So this is another way that the Holy Grail War ended, alright? Ended far earlier than even the birth of Shiro. So this Holy Grail War was just, I would say, mediocre at best, okay? Like, the story to it was non-existent. The only surprising factor about this story, oh my god. Let's pick more Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero rip-off copycat themes, alright, from this show. Amaskara Tosaka Rin Shiro Koto Mine is basically Gilgamesh. And then John's realization of Gilgamesh, of Marek being a servant that stayed behind from the previous war and has been roaming among us. They've been roaming in human society among us this entire time, waiting for the right time to seek vengeance on the world and carry on his dreams of destroying humanity. It was basically the same as when Saber discovered that Gilgamesh was still alive, alright, in Fate Stay Night. After Fate Zero, and Gilgamesh has been just roaming around in human society among us this entire time, biding his time, waiting for the right opportunity again to strike and try and destroy humanity, rid the world of this cleansing filth known as the human race. So that was another thing about this. So that was basically the only thing this show had going for it. That one secret, aka a rip-off from what I already knew from Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero. So Marek was the true villain in this show this entire time, and the only interesting plot point in this whole show this entire time was basically the whole destroying humanity using the Holy Grail and then having to stop them and blah 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 blah. It's basically everything I've already seen from from the mainline Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero timeline. All right, but other than that, this Holy Grail War was an absolute shit show. It was other than that, it was just everything I've already seen before, but it was just twice the number of masters and servants, and half of them were very, very uninteresting. Those servants and the masters, and like I said, there was just too many servants, too many masters, not enough episodes, not enough screen time. You couldn't divide all of the servants and masters up evenly and give everyone justified justice amount of screen time for them to develop and for you to get some form of satisfaction and attachment to their characters. Some of them just had to be thrown in the bin early on. That's just the name of the game. And then you have Astolfo here greedily taking up like a third of the entire series worth of screen time. Oh man, talk about rigged. Totally not corrupted, man, this system. Holy shit. The only thing that wasn't corrupted in this system was the fucking Greater Grail. Oh, Jesus Christ. This show, man. I don't know what to make of this show. Well, I'll give you guys my final scores. Alright. So, as always, we're going to rate it on visuals, the soundtrack, the storyline, and the animation. The visuals, there's just bog standard A1 Pictures, sort of online Season 1, Season 2 levels of visuals. Nothing special. Like a solid 7 out of 10 at most. Animation, the Siegfried versus Kana fight, easily a 10 out of 10. The Atalanta versus John and the Atalanta versus Achilles, and well, I mean even Achilles versus Chiron to some extent, and the Sig versus Amaskara Tosaka Renshiro Kotomine. Yeah, they were all pretty damn good. All right, so those episodes alone, the animation wise, they're like 9, 10 out of 10. The rest of the series, again, just bog standard, nothing special. It's like 7 out of 10, 6.5 maybe at most. It's just nothing out of the ordinary. At least there wasn't, JC Staff and Queen Bee levels of PNG slideshow PowerPoint presentations, right? The soundtrack, there were some pretty good tracks. I might go look up the soundtrack in my free time, alright, and see and pick out those good tracks, alright. There were some pretty memorable ones in there, okay, I must admit. And the songs were nice as well, the opening and endings, and the visuals to them as well, man. The ending to the first half, man, just suddenly just a fully bare butt naked and just those eggplant lotus bun massive mummy milker egg sacks, their milk sacks, man, of John, just fully just in her birthday suit, just naked there in that ending. I busted a nut so many fucking times to John, thanks to Fate Apocrypha, and also thanks to the Fate Go TV commercial reaction series, man. At least that was some good stuff to have come out of these two shows. Alright, just checking out the commercials and checking out Fate Apocrypha has opened up a whole new world of Rule 34 fap-off material for me. John. I've probably given enough fucking... just enough to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Let's just say that, guys, alright? The amount of fucking loads I've blown over John. Especially Jolter, man. If only we got to see Jolter in an anime and animated. I would kill for that. Oh, I would fucking bust a nut so damn hard. And finally, the storyline. Storyline's like a 5 out of 10 at most. It was garbage. Alright, it was like just taking so many different stuff from Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero and just bunging it into this show, and it didn't really work. And like, okay, maybe 5 is a bit harsh. I'll go 6. That's the highest I'm gonna give this show, 6. So overall, the score I'll give for Fate Apocrypha, it's like a 6.5 out of 10 at most. Alright, it's basically one of those shows where, okay, I've experienced it once, I'm never gonna watch it again. Alright, some shows you experience it once, it's like, okay, it's good, it's okay. Would I watch it again? No. This show was it's below average. I'll try to be nice and say I enjoyed it for the most part, but at least a good half of it was absolute pap, and I'll never watch it again. So yeah, Fate Apocrypha probably has the worst one I've seen so far. I mean, Lord El Meloy was pretty damn boring as well, I'm not gonna lie. I'd say they're both on par with one another, okay? So, Lord El Meloy, when they got on the train and they were on the train for like 7 episodes was when the show just really, really went downhill hard for me. And Fate Apocrypha, it was just mid. It was mediocre from the beginning to the end. It just stayed... hey, at least it stayed consistent. Unlike Lord El Meloy, that started off so good and then just plummeted down to earth the moment it got onto that Led Zeppelin, that rail Zeppelin train. At least Fate Apocrypha knew that it was mediocre from the beginning and it just stayed consistent. Consistency, guys. It's all about consistency. So, at least Fate Apocrypha managed to just keep that same level of just not being able to impress me, but not being able to disappoint me either. Just stay on the fence. Alright, so hats off to Apocrypha for at least being able to achieve that. So, yeah, it's definitely not a great show. Alright, but it's not terrible. I wouldn't recommend this to anyone unless you were a hardcore Fate fan. Alright, it was just... bleh. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. So, yeah, I mean, guys, I think that's all of my thoughts. Alright, holy shit, 48-minute recording. Yeah, we gotta wrap this up, guys. We gotta wrap this up real soon. Alright, that's all of my thoughts, guys, for the final episode of Fate Apocrypha, okay? It was okay. Alright, I mean, I wouldn't regret the time that I spent watching the show. Well, not too much anyways. I regret a little bit, but just not that much. I mean, hey, at least I'm thankful for this show giving birth to the Astolfo shitpost meme series because of Astolfo's horrendous betrayal on episode 19. So at least I'll be thankful for that. If I had never watched this show, the Astolfo memes would have never been born on my channel. Alright, so thank you, Astolfo. Okay, thank you so much for gifting me the present of this amazing brand new meme series, okay? As if my Fate Go TV commercial reaction series wasn't enough memes. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. Alright, that's all of my thoughts, alright? For the final episode of Fate Apocrypha. Hey, at least it had somewhat of a tasteful ending, alright? The whole Shakespeare's last note piece of paper just flying across the screen saying the end, and then they ended the episode off with Finn and a white screen and just a fancy Finnish French like font text style of the Finn, and it also graphically dusted, pixelated in and pixelated away. Probably the only thing that was missing from that ending would have been a cherry on the top of Stig and John kissing or maybe even holding hands, but they didn't even do that. At least they got to meet again in that afterlife of 1,000,000 years searching and waiting for one another. Oh right, again, that. Another rip-off right from Fate Stay Night with Saber and Shiro or Emiya. Right, so that as well. So yeah, this show was just, it was basically just trying to pretend to be like Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night all in one and failed to become either. Alright, that's probably the best way I could try and put it. It was a Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night wannabe that just failed to accomplish either. Oh, guys, alright, that is it for episode 25. Hope you guys have enjoyed the Fate Apocrypha reaction series. All of you Fate addicts, all of my hardcore Too Lazy for Life fans that have stuck with me from episode 1 until now. Hope you guys have enjoyed the Fate Apocrypha train ride for whatever it's worth. Alright guys, any of you brand new to this channel that just stumbled upon the final episode and you're watching me for the first time, if you've liked it, like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel, alright? Subscribe, hit all the buttons, all the social media links down below. Subscribe. Most importantly, subscribe and help me build my community. Let me know all of your final thoughts about Fate Apocrypha. Anything that I missed out from this episode or from the series in general, you guys want to tell me. All of your thoughts about this show, about my reaction, about anything that you want that comes to mind, just leave it all in the comments down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible, guys, and we can have a good old chit-chat. You know where else you guys can have a good old chit-chat? My Discord server. Link is right down there. Click the link, join the Discord server, join the ever-branching, ever-spanning reaches of the Too Lazy for Life network of my infrastructure, of my community, guys. I very much appreciate it. If you do that, if you want to show me that next extra level of love and support, join the Patreon. Again, link is down there. Alright, join the Patreon where you can unlock my full uncut, unedited reactions where you not find it anywhere else, and also get 1 week early access on new releases ahead of YouTube. And you'll be directly financially supporting me on my pursuits to becoming a full-time content creator here on YouTube and on the wide web. I'll very be thankful and much appreciated for that next extra levels of support, guys. All right, big massive shout out to the 2 sloth troopers once again who have stuck with me until the very end of this series, man. Sailor and Tomato especially, who's been here now for like practically a year. Thank you, you two, so much for your next extra levels of dedicated support. I wouldn't be here without generous donators such as yourselves, guys. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You guys are absolutely freaking awesome. Alright guys, that is it. That's all I got to say about Fate Apocrypha. Alright, I'm gonna wrap this video up now. So it's been a pleasure, alright, everyone that has stuck with me with the Fate Apocrypha reaction series. And I'll see you guys next time, right? The next show will be the beginning of cycle... No, wait, maybe... No, we still got 1 episode of My Hero Academia left. Yeah, I think we still got 1 episode of My Hero Academia left. And then it'll be cycle 7. Although Attack on Titan is still going to be continuing on round the week. No breaks on that hype train. So yeah, I mean, cycle 7 will probably have started already because Attack on Titan has not yet ended. So in terms of a new show will be after the end of My Hero Academia's final episode for season 3, which will be coming up next. And then we'll be starting the brand new shows, alright, for cycle 7. Alright guys, but until then, hope you enjoy the remainder of cycle 6, alright, with Attack on Titan, and the continuation of it for the next cycle, and also the final episode of My Hero Academia. Alright guys, but for all of you guys that don't want to watch those 2 shows, it will be cycle 7 next for you guys, alright? So that'll be, what, in a week or 2's time? Alright, but until then, that is it from your boy Too Lazy for Life. It's been a pleasure, guys, alright? Bye for now!